Activating meridians. Alignment. Instability in field. Negative. Charge aligning matrix field. Positive. Coordinates reached, Commander.
Activate the Sade field.
Activations of multidimensional engines.
Launch communications probe.
Power levels to maximum.
Activate all dimensional levels of communication.
Communication established.
The voice you hear is known as Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. This is the last slave planet in the galaxy. Under all agreements, under all rights, under galactic law, we now proclaim this planet free. The descension of the true human consciousness has begun.
Energizing Shambhala diamonds.
The men, women, and children of this planet are now set free.
Grid fields activated.
You have already reached
Activate Shambhala diamond.
critical mass.
Integration onto microcosm. Expanding linear space.
Prepare for landing. Prepare for landing. Prepare for landing.
Free space activation. Landing. Caution. All crew members to station. This is the Starship Bob. We are landing.
Good evening, Darkcity Show, your radio. So ring us up. There's nobody here. There's only me. Is anybody else out there? Hello? Anybody hear me? It's microphone. Darkcity Show. What we doing? I can't keep saying what we doing, can I? What are we doing? That's some good stuff. I'm still afraid of being ashamed of being guilty of blaming myself, for judging myself about being guilty of being ashamed. But I enjoyed that. It's a good show. Enjoyed Sheriff Show. What day is it? Where are we at?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. You really need to do something about your microphone. It sounds like you're in the shower.
Alright, you're in the shower.
It's my computer, it's not my microphone. There's nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Not right now at this present moment in time, so I can throw it out the window or something. And I'm not going to do that.
Can anybody actually tell what Sarah's saying? I didn't get anything to do with that. Is she driving a car, did she say? She's holding it out the window or something?
You said, pass me the soap.
She wants the soap. Right. Okay, Chris, thanks. It does. I thought she was in the shower. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what I mean. It is. It's all about your radio. You can do whatever you want. I mean, if you want to do your show in the shower, that's just a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? If you want to do your show in the shower, then that's fine, you know. If you want to train dancing reptilians, I can't stop thinking about all that, you know. It's just it's a psyops. I've been psyopsed. God, I've been psyopsed by the who is it this week? Who's actually in charge? Does anybody know who's in charge? You know?
I am.
Go on, Chris.
I think the secret ones are in charge, aren't they? That's what they tell me on YouTube.
Ah, right. So it's a secret again then, whoever's in charge. I thought we just found out who was in charge. Is there another set of people who are in charge of the people that we thought that were in charge that were secret?
Yeah, apparently there's another level above them.
Just a level above the people who were above everybody else at the highest level.
The secret ones, yeah.
I take it we've got some more degrees now. Have we got any 4 more degrees? Have we got more than 3 degrees?
I don't know any more information at this present moment. I'm not willing to commit myself to anything.
I'm beginning to get very suspicious now, Chris.
I'll ask him back at the station tonight.
Okay. Whoops, slip of the tongue. It was only Freudian, so we're all right. What we'll have to do is, under the Freudian technique, we'll have to come round, drill a hole in the front of your head, and fill your frontal lobe with cotton wool.
Did I say that out on there?
Did I? Freud, he was a lovely guy, wasn't he? That's a great bit of treatment. But I mean, we could just put that to one side. You know, drilling holes in people's heads. Hey, we all make mistakes. You know, of course it'll relieve the tension. What the? Do you know? I could have worked that out. I could have. Excuse me. Hang on a minute. So, things, theatres and all the world's a stage, dancing reptilian puppet masters. I've got to mention lizards. Did I mention reptiles? Shape-shifting lizard reptiles taking over and blowing up the planet, or a bit of a laugh, a bit of fear. So we've got a bit of fear. And that's just kind of where I wanted to go with it, if possible. But of course, if you want to ring in, did I give the numbers out? You all want to know what the number is. You all know what the number is, don't you? Look on the website, www.darkcity. Whatever it is. Right. Court appearance. Poll tax. Ashton_. Get this, Google it. Just Google it. Ashton_. And just Google it. No, I didn't mean Google it. I meant, what's it called? That other Google thing that looks down on us, the satellite. Earth it, Google Earth it. I did mean Google it, you see. Right, just have a look on there, right? One of the tools of the devil. Look at it. There's the devil's big eye. That's what that big round eye UFO is they've seen, in a few places. That's what it is. It's the Google eye. Looking down on the earth. So yeah, have a look at this area. This is, as Chris Sparky put it to me, and I like it, so if I like it, I pinch it straight away, without question. It's where the rubber meets the road. And it is true to be said that they test out a lot of what's the new term, the Tavistock social lizard kings ideology to see if the people are subversive enough. Let's put it in here. Let's lay the intention down from the east. So yeah, maybe because it's just my town and I'm kind of waking up to loads of things and I've noticed this, but the more I talk to people, the more obvious it seems to come. I mean, there's a guy coming up, I can't even pronounce his name. I think he's going to be next Monday. It's a week off next Monday on Jabba Show. Decoded. He talks about the octagon, a bit about bloodlines and things, and these family ancestries and ties and stuff. I really don't think we should judge. I shouldn't be judged from my father or my forefathers. It's all that. What is it? A father's sins will be sevenfold upon the son. I think we got to kind of drop that. It's just like reaping retribution from the grave, isn't it? Your great granddad bombed our chippy. Fucking grow up. However, if people are willfully doing these things, it's like I said, there's a lot about psychopathic behaviour and how we take on psychopathic tendencies just to interact. We're not real psychopaths. So they say. I'm beginning to wonder a little bit now about being a psychopath after I felt really guilty about being ashamed of being afraid. they don't seem to be, they don't feel any remorse. They don't seem to feel any emotion or I know I do. I know, like, you know, in Sarah says, like I say, I was jokingly, you know, I'm a bit of a bad boy, you know. I am. I'm a naughty boy. I'm just naughty. Can't help it. But when I do things, you know, or I get into situations, I kind of judge myself. I do. I've learned to kind of try and forgive myself as quickly as I can and learn from it and not do it again. But sometimes it's easier said than done. So, you know, I've kind of learned that. I'm beginning to wonder whether or not I'm judging other people because I am emotional. I can feel emotions. I do get angry. I do get frustrated, and I know it. I know this about myself. I know I can be manipulated by other people's energies. You know, if people do things, you know, I can be prodded, and eventually I just explode. I just fucking lose my temper. I know that about myself, but I don't like being in that situation. That's up to me to change. But am I judging these people? I mean, it looks like it. You see, I'm not afraid. I'm fearless. It's not because I'm big and tough or, you know, I'm some Indiana Jones Crocodile Dundee type character. It's not. It's because I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. What can they do? Really? What can they do? What they're not already doing. So I look at it. I try and put myself in their shoes, you know, as best I can. What would a lying, cheating, feeding piece of shit do? What would it do? You know, not a lot. Why would it? Oh, why would it? I mean, it hasn't really got any skills. Not that could be used, you know. Well, I suppose if you leave it and rot it down for a few years, you could probably grow something in it. You know? Right. I think it's up to us to find a position and a place. Give them something to do. But in that grand scheme of things, where would you put them? You know, all the complete psycho lunatics, where would you put them all? All the crazies and all the people that think that, you know, the king and the queen or Napoleon, whatever they think they're going to be this week, a fire engine. So, where would you put them all? Well, I'd kind of put them all together, mate, you know, so I'd know where they were. Wherever it were, you better kind of putting them together, aren't you? You don't want them kind of wandering about all over the countryside and, you know, telling people all this crazy stuff. So, yeah, I'd pick an area, you know. I mean, for argument's sake, we'll call it London. And I'd build a big house. You know, big place, like, you know, give them bedrooms and give them a bar and, you know, whatever they want. A few prostitutes, I suppose. They're a bit strange, aren't they? So, you know, build this big house. I could put them all in it. And make sure they have to go there at least 2 or 3 times a year or something. You know, like, you know, for the ones that aren't so naughty. And the ones that are naughty have to go there a lot. I'll call it Westminster, I think. And then I'll give them, I'll ply them with loads of alcohol and I put them in a room and they can all shout shit at one another, right, and argue all the crap that really don't make any difference anyway. So, I mean, in hindsight, it seems like a really good job, and somebody comes along and gives them munitions and weapons. Now, who's actually responsible for this? Because I had nothing to do with that, me. That weren't in my design. My design was absolutely brilliant. It was a great design. Somebody come along and armed them all to the teeth. Now we've got all these absolutely psycho-babbling lunatics with the finger on the button of the planet. Going, guess what? Guess what? We're going to press this big red button, right? Or we're going to come on your streets and we're going to tear gas you and we're going to beat you with sticks and we're going to take your land off you and we're going to... Now, has anybody forgot at this point in my little scenario that we put them in there because they're all fucking insane? Now, when did we forget this? When did we forget that people who think they can govern other people have completely lost the plot? When did we forget that people who actually want you to bow down to them are the people that should actually be looking up to you? And you're the ones that say, no, you're alright. And stand side by side. When did we forget all this? When did we forget that each one of us, and this is the way I get it anyway, that each one of us is our word. Our word is our verbal affirmation. Forget pieces of paper and pens and casting and spelling. Forget it. Your word is your affirmation. Your word in that very moment. Not to be brought back and played again. A word. When you say you're going to do something, you should do it. If you're not going to do it, don't say it. So, Ashton Underline, Google Earth it, have a look. If you're into geometry and you know about all these things, have a look. Have a look at it for us. I want to get a second opinion on that, mate. Second opinion. Because I'm here and I live in it, there might be shit I'm not saying. Bit like the photograph. It's like I'm in the photograph here. And I can't actually see what's around me. Because I'm like in that singular dimensional picture, looking out into a multi-dimensional world. Can't see so much. At least I can't see where I am. Well, in this area, for some reason, like I say, they like to roll things out. They like to have a go at things first. Can we get away with it? And now I'm sure if they thought they couldn't, they wouldn't. They'd go and pick on another area, and I don't know why that is. Maybe I don't know, I wouldn't say it's more downtrodden than any other northern city or any other city, to be honest, anywhere else. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. So yeah, there's a few things to look at. There is definitely a few things to look at. The Victorian influence around the area is phenomenal. The signs, as I mentioned before, around the octagon. It is an octagon. Is it an octagon we've got in Ashton? We have an octagon building. Inside that there's a secret garden that us peasants aren't allowed to go in. It's the shrine, I believe. They call it a secret shrine. And it's just unbelievable. It's just when you start to find out, you're like, well, this isn't like hundreds of thousands of years ago. You know, we're talking about 150 years worth of history here. But once you touch on it, it spirals you into so many different directions, all the way back to the freemen. The only people given freemen of the land status. Nazis. German SS officers. Coming through the rat lines. The freemen. Given freeman status of the land. I haven't got that here. I don't bet any of you lot. I haven't got a bit of paper that says I've been given free status of the land. I suppose it's only free if you're a Nazi. So it takes you all over the place. But tomorrow, not hundreds of years or even thousands of years, like I say, all the way back, at least since Lady Grey, Queen for a Day, and the Grey family, who were linked to another family, and eventually we've got, is it the Earl of Stamford and somebody else? It should be alright. You know, I'm sure the Earl of Stamford would be really. I think it's the Earl of Stamford. I don't get it wrong, but don't quote me on the names. We'll get Nigel, he'll tell you all about it. I'm sure that whoever he is, he's a very nice guy. A very nice bloke, you know. Yeah, don't you know, come down and play on the ponies at the weekend. Ha ha! He's a great guy. And he's an absolute great guy. if he hadn't been dead for 500 or 600 years. Fortunately, we can't even kind of get into negotiations with the guy now. Well, I mean, I don't know. Have you got any spiritualists out there? Perhaps they could get in. I mean, maybe they've got more claim to it than these people who have currently. We've got a local spiritualist church. It sat on fire. I thought that was a bit weird. Then, they wouldn't know. And they didn't have any insurance. I mean, oh, God. You can work that one out. We're 9/11, didn't they? Let's insure it. I mean, you try that one on. Anyway. So, before I go down too many rabbit holes, because they are here. Trust me, I'll give people a guided tour if they want to come. I'll take you to certain places and see if you can see what we can see. See what I can see. And the more I learn about this, the more of it I can see. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock, what we've got the local council. And what they've been doing is... people who are on real low incomes, who have to pay poll tax. Now, that's not everybody. I don't know how they work this shit out. I think the more crap you give them, right, the less you've got to pay, roughly. I think that's what it is. If you know what you're talking about, right, you pay less. If you don't know what you're talking about, you pay more. Just roughly. What they do is, they send you some bollocks through the post. That means nothing, right? I've had about 3 or 4 of these things, right? Fill in all the forms, right? And I'm not supposed to pay anything. Okay. So, I'm sent an incorrect bill. That's what they call it, an incorrect bill. So I think it's a statement. I don't even think it's a freaking bill, is it? But they send you this. So I questioned it. And of course, they're right. They are the them. They work for the authority. They never make a mistake. Oh, no. Arrogance. Complete fucking arrogance, So anyway, I get a few of these things. And then I'm like, what? So eventually I goes in with Nigel. Nigel, ex-county councillor, ex-Green Party, whistleblower. This guy's been threatened more times, with court and with his life than most of us has. He's been attacked on a couple of occasions as well. So you know what I mean? He's an hardened vet. Of course, I'm not really an hardened vet, so I go in with him. But what I have got kind of good at is keeping a record of people, What I noticed very early on, that people tend to be lying, cheating, thieving, scum. And I don't know what it is about that. When people say things to you, and then they try and tell you that they haven't said what they've said, rather than just saying, look, mate, I dropped the bollock there, and move along. Oh, my bad. Excuse me. Thank you. And away we go. No. Lying, cheating, thieving bags of scum. Right, they can't do it emotionally, physically, mentally, trying to bully you, beat you up. Seen it. So he goes into this, as I say, into the council offices, sits down. I've got a little friend of mine. We call him Smiley. Like smiling at you. Just a little badge, you know what I mean? Smiles. But it also does full motion video, which is quite handy. So he sits down, me, Nigel, Smiley Cam. And the lady proceeds to tell me that I now owe them an extra £75 for the court costs. Well, I want to go to court. She said, oh, no, it's an arrangement we've got. I said, what do you mean you've got an arrangement? I said, it's the court. It's only the court can actually issue a court cost. You're not a court. Yeah. You're our council, are you? You're our servants. And of course she didn't like this too much. She got very angry and told us that we were being insulting and that we were speaking bad of her company that she worked for, her business, the business that she works for. We did try to explain to her that she was mistaken and that she didn't work for the business. She actually worked for me and Nigel. And tried to point out the irony of us paying poll tax which pays her wage and telling us that she's now working for them, that there was some kind of a conflict of interest, but I'm pretty sure now, didn't know then, but knowing what I know now, that this lady is, I shouldn't call her a lady, this lying, cheating, thieving piece of scum has been selected. Now, she's obviously not really a lying, cheating, thieving piece of scum. I take all that back, because she isn't. You know, bless her. She isn't. She's obviously an individual now, from what I've learned with listening to my friends and mates here on Darkcity, that she's obviously an individual that suffered a hell of a lot of trauma in her life, and now putting herself in a position of authority where she can abuse others gives her a sense of well-being and importance, where without it, she'd just be a lying, cheating, thieving piece of scum. You see, no matter how much I try and sort this out, I don't think there's a lot we can do. I'm not giving up on people. You know, I'm not a person for giving up. I really am not. But what can we actually do? If there was a solution and a new one, I would attempt to implement it. I really would. But you see, for many of them, the abuses took over the personalities completely. Completely. And the best we can do is get them all together, put them in a room, together, you know, give them, drug them up on perhaps some bit of alcohol or something, you know, a few depressants, stick them in a city called London, in a big house called Westminster. So that's kind of like my loop I'm playing at the moment. So when they get out of there, and we don't keep them all locked up in the lunatic asylum, and they get out and they do run wild all over the country, they do these things. They set up their own little corporate enterprises all over the place and start charging people court costs for fees of something that's never even fucking happened. I've never gone to court. The case date had never even arrived, but they're still attaching this to my bill. It's now being attached to my council tax bill. Now, there's no way you can get around that. But again, who gives a shit? Who's going to do anything about it? Nobody. Nobody. Report it to the police. Report his council to the police. Same council. Hundreds of thousands, millions of tons of illegally dumped waste. Nobody knows what's there. Police know. The council know. MPs know. Everybody knows. Guess what they're going to do? Guess what action they're going to take? Nothing. Why should they? Why should they? They can get away with it. They can get away with it. Well, not every time. They can get away with it every time. Sometimes some little pesky kids turn up in a van. And they go, "Oi, you! You're not a real judge. You're not a real courty person. You're not. No, you're Mr. Burns. You're the janitor from the bank. You. That's who you are. You're a banker. Is it banker? Oh no, I'm being instructed it's not banker, it's wanker. But hey, I think they're pretty much the same. I think it's just a slip in words over the last few years. Miles Crisp, he's been teaching me divergent history, you see. Language changes, so I reckon we've got a bit of a mistake there. It's not banker, it's wanker. No, it can't be actually, because they're screwing us, aren't they, and they do it to themselves. So no, that's not right. I've made a mistake there. So Ashton Underlying Courts, they're doing it again. They've already had a shot at this. Nigel kind of got us up on it, you know. He filled us in. Ashton Underlying Courts. That's tomorrow. So obviously, if you're listening to this on a podcast, it don't matter. But you know, if you're listening to it live, that's on the 12th. That's the 12th of June, 2012, and it's at 10 p.m. Now on this piece of paper it says processed in fancy dress, council tax. So I don't know if it's mandatory. Well, of course it isn't. But basically what's being protested is now illegal charges and a totally corrupt council. This is just one of many, many points that over the next few weeks, we'll point out to you. Because we could do this every week. I'll guarantee it, right? Just by scratching a tiny bit on the surface around this area, every single week, you could hit them. Every week. With something. Out of them all, and I've looked at it, and like I say, it might just because I'm here. You know, like I say, I want to know about others, because we heard from Boris. You know, Boris are not, just murdering bags of scum. What's going on? What's going on? Or are they just total incompetent fools and should be all given medication and sent back to Westminster? Maybe so. Maybe the Nazis are actually running the country and they're allowing us to do this. Maybe they know the system's failing. You know, maybe as people make out, there's something bigger and better, and you know, and they're not actually out to get us. They're actually trying to show us, like, it doesn't matter what happens, we always solve it. There is nothing to fear. We are the solution. Maybe. So, as a bit of fun, in the interests of all the world is a stage, then Darkcity goes live on the streets of Ashton-under-Lyne from 10 a.m. starting around Ashton-under-Lyne Court. We'll be joined by listeners and members of the crew from far and wide, and hopefully we will show this ridiculous nature of this corrupt, illegal, cheating bags of scum once and for all. You see, we offered them to join us. Tameside Metropolitan Council. Is that what they're called? Tameside Metropolitan Council. I don't even know what they're called. Lying, cheating bags of scum. Ashton-under-Lyne, right? That's where they are, in their octagon. We said, join us. Join it. We'll seek no retribution. We'll work us out a solution. Let's do something. Oh, but no, we're mere fucking peasant souls. We're peasant scum. Scum. Alright, you know what I mean? I'm not going to pretend I'm some posh kid. I'm not. I mean, listen to me. This is my voice you can hear, my accent you can hear now. Yes, I know, if you don't live in the north, you can't understand me. It's okay, there will be translations into your dialect. So it's not really a protest the way I see it is. I mean, there's no point in protesting. What's that going to be about? So hopefully we're going to illuminate a few things. Let's illuminate a few things. Let's educate a few people. Let's put Darkcity Roadshow on the road, if you see what I mean, even though we are walking. And we haven't really got a outside broadcast station or anything. We'll record it and do things and maybe stream it back in and stuff. I don't know. We'll work it out. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some video. Hopefully we will get a few people turning up. The guy we're actually, who is going to demand a hearing. As I say, what they've actually just been doing is you're just charging people £70 for nothing. If they can get away with you not turning up at court, they prefer that. They prefer you not to go. They just charge. It's just a rip-off. And like I say, people have got to be gullible enough. You know, you've got to have the money to pay. But these people haven't got the freaking money to pay. That's the point. They haven't got the money. I mean, well, no, I don't agree with it on any level, to be honest. You know, just be straight with people. No, if you're stuck, you're stuck. If you're a council and you're stuck for money. And I heard, they're blaming it on the government. Oh, we're all short-staffed. The government's took money off us. Well, don't keep taking it off us. You know, if you've got a problem with the government, stop screwing the people. You know, and you go in these places and now they're complaining at the government. They were asked about the illegal tip again only yesterday. Oh, we can't. Oh, well, I'm not going there. What do you mean you're not going there? You're a council employee. Answer the question. Well, we've set up a committee. They had a committee. They've already set it up. They've already done it. They're even lying to their own staff. There's MPs in fear of his life. I kid you not. I kid you not. We've got the mafia on the run in Ashton-under-Lyne. And we're holding our ground, I'm telling you. We're holding our ground. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Well, why are you all still alive? Come on, think about it. Just think about that. I heard Alex and people ask Alex, why haven't they cut your head off in the night? Well, because they prefer us to be scared. They prefer us to be scared than dead. They want us to be running around going, oh, they're going to get us. I'm generally not. I'm actually saying to you, no, look, we've got them. No, they're here now, screaming. They're screaming. I'm proper screaming. We've got them. And I've been saying this now for 3 years. 3 years. Not just me. Others. Look, we've got them. Hello. Kerry Cassidy, hello. You know? All right, no. Trouser filler. BBC. Trouser filler. We knew that anyway. But, you know, I didn't. Do now. Radio Manchester, Granada Television, all of them. Pants. Filled the pants. Really did. Oh, what can't you say? What is it you can't talk about? Top and bottom of it is, we can do something about it. They'll want to talk about this in 10 years' time when it's too late. It'll be too late. It won't make any difference. They'll have got away with it. Oh, well, it was him over there, and unfortunately we've just found out 8 minutes after he died. Sound familiar? You know, I reckon they released that information on them stars after they're dead like that to terrify all the ones that they've got the shit on who are alive. Put the screws on them. Oh, we've had a few people look into a few things, and half of these cases have been coerced. I'm not saying they all have. Some genuine people out there have been abused. And even these young girls, who 14, 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, right, that's abuse. Even if they're willing pies, right, that's still sexual abuse. Even if they wanted it, so to say. That's what it is. Let's not cover it up. Let's not go on the witch hunts running round, right, because a lot of them were set up. It's fucking obvious. Plainly obvious. And they're doing this to cover up the real villains who are still at it now. Right now. Not some old, withered old bloke. Alright, they're guilty, fine. You know, fine. Whatever must be, must be. But here, right now, we've got them. We've had them for 3 years. And for what only reason? Everyone is shit scared. Truth as my ass. Big style. Want to make a difference? Want to do something? Really? Nah. They want to run round and whinge and bitch at everybody else. That's what they want to do. Like I say, who would you be? Who would you be without your illness? Who would you be without your sickness? Who would you be without your conspiracy? What would you be? So yeah, do you know what I mean? In the greatest love and light and compassionate way, fuck 'em. Do you know what I mean? Fuck 'em. Who do they think they are? You know? Saw a bit of a text somebody put down. What was it? And some people call me a hero. I nearly pissed myself. What? Because you've got a fancy hat? Some people. So it's a circus. It's a stage. All the world's a stage. Thanks for that, Joe. Thanks for that, man. Click big time with me, though. That's what it is. They've got us playing and pretending to be people we're not. We're not. We're not psychopaths. Alright, there might be one or two of you out there. But you get my point. We're not psychopaths. That's not what. That's not where we started. That's not where we want to be. That's not who we are naturally. Okay, we're having a damn good. We're doing a damn good impersonation at the moment, a lot of us. But that's not who we are. That's not who we really are. And just look through it. Just look at these. See each one of them as your brother or sister. Don't look at them as an enemy anymore. Even the psychopaths. Just get your distance. Get yourself out of harm's way. Because they'll do anything. They'll do anything to get their own way. Anything. And some of them will do nothing. They'll do nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're as guilty as one another. And put that down in the don't be guilty about being ashamed of being afraid. We lived in, what was it? We live in dangerous times, not because of people's actions, but because of their inaction. So let's have a little bit of action. Let's keep it funny if we can. Let's keep it funny. You know, Danny Shine taught me something there at the end of the day. It's funny. Irony. So, might go and have a collection and see if I can get some batteries for my megaphone tomorrow. I'm going to go out and appreciate my local council because they do such a good job in this area. I've only actually tried this once before, and on both times I got assaulted by people in the street, and they don't seem to think it's very funny that me actually promoting the council on a megaphone. They got really very upset, and they couldn't see the irony of it. But I do think people are tuned in a little bit more now. So yeah. Have some action, have some fun. You know, dance that tribal dance of life. Don't let people put you down. Feel the beat. Feel the beat when you're walking down them streets, because them are our streets. Yeah, they're our streets. They might have stole the land, they might have bamboozled us with law and commerce and industry. We might have become the consumeristic monster that will eventually, I suppose, devour the earth. But it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't. That's not our generation. That's not our culture. Our culture doesn't ravage. You know, it doesn't tear things apart and walk away and think it's all alright. You know, we know that's wrong because we have got emotion. We have got feelings, real emotions that mean something. Okay, yeah, I know a lot of them you hear about fear and this and that and the other, but it's just an energy, it's just an emotion. Don't let it rule you, it don't matter what it is. You know, all this about, oh, well, love. Like, it don't fucking matter if it rules you, it rules you. If you're giving your energy to it, you're giving your energy to it. Whether it's an energy or a vicar or a priest or a sacred blueby, it don't matter. Government, police, anybody, doctors, doesn't matter. Don't matter. It's just you fucking using an excuse to do it anyway. No, don't judge. In fact, do judge. Yeah, strike that one. Do judge. Judge, you don't need to any longer, you know. Well, why beat yourselves up? Yeah, we have made mistakes. Of course we have. Of course we have. Well, that's how we learn. That's how we fix things. It doesn't always work the first time. You know, Alex on the BBC this week. You know, on the BBC, he'll get that. He'll get that. He ain't daft. You know, I hope they aren't all frauds, and I hope, you know, I hope they aren't all turned. These people are my heroes, and they're alive. How often can you meet your living heroes and talk to them? You know, Charlie Veitch. It's inspirational. What happened? I don't know. I really don't know. David Icke, Voice of the People and all that. Why would they do that if they know about us? Why would Alex be telling people to be free and he's not free to speak now because he's corporate handlers and they're advertising? It's not good for advertising. You know, our own government bodies don't release the manifesto to the public because they think it might lose them votes. It's your manifesto, you lying, cheating bags of shit. Tell us what it is before we vote, not after. Alright, it's a crazy world we're in. So let's make it fun. Let's make it fun. Like I say, I really haven't, you know, have we been duped? Have I been duped? Are all my heroes fake? Are all my heroes fake? You know, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want it to be that way. I don't like that. And that tells me I'm probably right. Because I don't like it. I really don't like that. It's more than likely true, but it ain't my shit. Not anymore. Because of the greatest of respect to all people involved. It ain't what they gave. It's the way I took it. It ain't what they did. It's what I saw. And we can do better than that. We can do so much better than that. We have already. So many times. So many times, over and over again. They fed us this something's gonna fucking get us. Bullshit, fear, factory, run round in a circle, dripping into your head like a baby sucking on its mother's breast. When are we gonna be weaning ourselves off fear? Drip, drip, drip. Oh, look at this over here, look at this over here. Oh, what is this? Look at this, look at this. Fighting here, warring over there. Famine. Disaster. Bombarded with it. You know, in that stupid idealistic way, oh, well, we'll do his own thing. We're not going to get bombarded with that. We'll open the gates, we'll let people in, and people will come along and we'll educate people to it. I listen to it. I tune in. We've all got a lot to learn. But I think all the components are there. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't. And the other reason I am doing it is because you all provide the position. You provide the position. Same as you provide your own. But if we do it, then we'll do it. And if we don't do it, then don't complain that it hasn't been done. So don't point your finger at somebody else saying, that hasn't been done. Do it. Go on, Sarah. Get in.
Alright, I just wanted to say, you know, it's important for everyone to remember that, you know, you're going on about your heroes, and that it's important for everyone to remember that we are all we are all humans, and we are all learning, and we're all learning our own lessons specific for our growth. And that's why we can't judge anyone on anything or choices and decisions that they do make, because we're all learning and we're all doing them what we believe to be right at the same time. We're not necessarily what believed to be right, but we're all on our own path. And that was what I wanted to say, really. It is a learning curve for everyone, isn't it?
Could anybody translate that for me, please?
Is that totally can't you hear me? Or did you just not understand?
You've got me there, Sarah.
Did you hear me? Did you understand what I said?
I got that bit. Did I understand what you said?
Yeah, when I was just talking.
No.
Did you want me to repeat it again?
You can if you want to try again. It would be better if you got out of the shower.
I'm not in the shower. There's nothing I can do about it. Am I audible?
Is it just me? Can anybody else? Is it just me who's getting this? Nobody's there at all. Everyone must have given up on us.
I'm getting it as well. Yeah,
Really?
she's definitely in the shower. Do you want the soap, Sarah? The soap
No,
or the one? A towel?
Yeah, a towel, please.
Thank you. Whatever it was, that's very appreciated. So we won't be doing a lot with this audio from this evening.
Can you hear me more clearly now? I've swapped microphones.
Yeah. It's quite tinny now, but yes, the sounds like you've got out of the shower.
All right then, yeah. But he passed me the towel, didn't he? That was the what was needed. So what I was saying basically was that everyone is human and everyone is on their own learning path and everyone's got their own lessons and things that they're working through, and it's not up to us to judge other people on their path, is it? We've got to stick and just work on our own, really. That's what I was trying to say. Well, I got out the shower.
It's actually coming back again now. It started to do it again, but we could hear that time, Sarah, so thank you very much for that. 2 minutes left, actually a minute left. Does somebody want to jump in? It's always the same case, right at the last minute. Anybody else? Last minute?
A minute's not enough. Yeah, I just joined the show at the end there, guys. Sorry I missed it, but yeah, we're in a world of hurt for sure. And there's lots of rabbit holes to go down, but not enough time to go down them today. But anyways, somebody else? Dave, say hello.
Right, so
hello everyone. I'm up tomorrow anyway for this court thing. We're driving up. We're leaving at 5:30 in the morning. So
really, my God, that's dedication, isn't it? That is dedication.
That'll be a bit of fun, won't it?
Yes, I better get some bacon out of the fridge. So yeah, join us tomorrow, peeps. Dave's going to be there. I'll be there. Steve will be there. Nigel from Pax Monday will be there. At least I don't know who else will be there. I really don't know. Perhaps a queue of people who are all about to be duped out of money they haven't got. Right, that was the Darkcity. Thank you very much indeed. We'll give you a bit of this, and then we'll put your repeats on from out of the week. Tomorrow's shows will be up. No, yesterday's shows will be up tomorrow. I've got a day behind doing the rendering. Thanks everyone. Have fun.
This is a public health announcement. Cannabis cures cancer.
Can't you today. Eat outside, take a stroll down the bay. Take your time, no stress, just unwind. I can feel the sun on my face. I can understand why this is the place. I don't need to be anywhere but here. I don't need to be anywhere but here. Don't wanna sleep. Can't you see? We got everything we need. Blazing in the sun. Can't you see? This is where we are meant to be. Blazing on a sunny beach. So many things can be done today. Get outside, take a stroll down the bay. Take your time, no stress, just unwind. I can feel the sun on my face. I can understand why this is the place. I don't need to be